we're off. No, not behind the engine. In this video, we will be flying in the front of the plane on the coveted Singapore Air business class on Airbus 359 from Seattle to Singapore. And yes, the seats do differ based on the aircraft. This was a big cross-Pacific Mamba Jamba, which means comfortable wide seats and impeccable service. This is Boarding Planes. We are Bryce and Olya. We threw in the towel mid-life, which wasn't easy to decide, and are planning to travel the world. We collected some credit card points and traded it in for the 17-hour flight to Singapore. Snowboards, yeah. Yeah.
That's what everybody brings to Singapore with them, right?
Snowboards in tow, but more on that later. We checked in, and after blazing through security with Global Entry Pass, we found the Singapore Airlines lounge. It was early morning, and they had variety of breakfast foods, mostly eggs and yogurts, so not too vegan friendly. But first, coffee. It was my first time in a lounge, so I have no reference, but lounge was comfortable with variety of seating options, though a bit cold and crowded. I perhaps was expecting a bit more, but it was so early that it's unfair to review. We had some eggs and granola with yogurt and fruit and watched the sunrise, and with no time to spare, it was time to board the plane. See what I did there? We zigged when everyone else zagged and found ourselves in front of some huge leather seats. Everyone was playing cool, but I knew they, like me, wanted an MC Hammer dance. The seats had big screen TVs and a storage cubby. Below was more storage for a small bag or shoes. In the armrests were very nice headphones and water. And naturally, there is a vanity mirror to affirm your status. Charging ports were conveniently positioned on the upper side so you don't get tangled. Table folded out of the armrest. The leather seat was 2 of me wide with one of those leg rests at an angle, but that really wasn't a big deal. TV remote was in the armrest, as were all the seat controls, and these lights in the upper side conclude the seat tour.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you? Thank you so much. We were promptly given a wet towel to wipe the dirt off our working hands and a juice, though I think bubbly was on offer also. And we were off. They must have seen our famished business class faces and begun the food service right after takeoff. Proper cutlery and tablecloths in tow. What'd you get to eat?
Salmon,
Salmon salad?
garlic bread,
What you drinking?
some Malbec.
I ordered a lacto-ovo meal, vegetarian meal on this flight, and for appetizer I got a salad. It looks like it has some shredded lettuce and a pepper, edamame, cucumber, and there's a cucumber in the middle filled with some sort of sauce or cream of some sort. Sure, it might be hummus, and it's just a vinaigrette, balsamic vinaigrette. Pretty good. Non-vegetarians got a meat-centric menu from which you can order, and Bryce ordered a steak, which I'm sure still had a pulse. In-flight menu didn't have vegetarian options, so it was necessary to pre-order, hoping this changes in the future. But pre-ordering means you get your cake first. For dessert, I got some sort of a berry cream on top of a sponge cake of sorts with nuts. It's very nutty. It's like a runaway berry. She's got this cinnamon flavor with a berry sauce on top and walnuts perhaps and raisins. It's very moist. The sauce is very moist, but the cake itself, the sponge cake, is very soggy in a good way. dairy in it either. I think the cake's pretty safe for vegans also. It just seems like it's some sort of dough with walnuts and raisins with tart berry sauce on top and some strawberries and blueberries. I think I've won the whole lacto-ovo game. So far there has not been any dairy in any of it. So pretty good. And then she came around with the ice cream and my faulty character reverted to vegetarianism.
Are you okay with the dairy?
I am, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. It's chocolate ice cream with cacao nibs. I had to cave in. Did you have dessert?
Huh?
Did you have dessert?
No.
Oh, you haven't had your dessert yet?
What was that?
I got ice cream.
No, that's this.
Oh, I had a special cake. I got 2 desserts apparently. I didn't realize I was eating someone else's dessert right now.
Oh, really?
Because I already had my dessert. This is my second.
Nice.
So I got the seconds on the dessert. I got a dairy ice cream. To top it off, it's chocolate ice cream with the chocolate chips. Yeah, like I said, I just kind of indulge when I'm traveling, so I don't eat ice cream nearly ever. So I'm cheating on all fronts, sugar, dairy, but I'm only on a business flight for 17 hours once, so here we go. What did you get?
Mango.
Oh, what's that one?
Huh?
What is it?
I don't know.
We had 3 desserts, so I'm on vacation. I had the cinnamon, walnut, raisin, sponge cake of sorts, which I think was vegan with a raspberry topping. And then they got a choice of chocolate ice cream or some sort of a mango cheesecake with passion fruit dressing on it. And I think that one wins. So I've tried the chocolate ice cream with chocolate chip and then a mango cheesecake with passion fruit raspberry topping, and that was definitely the winner. The raisin walnut thing was not my favorite. It was good. It was juicy, but I'm not a fan of cinnamon or raisins. But for the lovers of both of those things, I think they're pretty tasty. So. After food, it was time for more food. By this point, we had been eating since the lounge. To be fair, it was only a light snack of nuts with a choice of tea or coffee, which came in a porcelain cup. But get this, you could order a latte or a cappuccino also. I opted for a tea in an effort for some shut-eye. Know how long I have been not sleeping in the insanely comfortable lie-flat bed, almost the size of a twin bed, before it was time to eat again. I don't make the rules, so ate again we did. I put the in-flight free Wi-Fi down. No, you can't stream on Wi-Fi. The beds fold up and down very easily, and by the end of the flight, I was a pro. We're about 7 hours from destination, and they're serving another meal. Got kind of woken up mid-flight. We've got, like I said, 7 more hours to go, so I guess we're gonna have to interrupt the sleep.
Red. The Malbec.
I'll give you some room.
Oh yes, I'll have that one. Thank you. Thank you. That was good. I'm good, thank you. So we've got about 7 hours left to destination. We just got served another meal. I got a little olive roll, and I got a salad, very similar to what I had earlier. It's the same balsamic vinaigrette dressing, nearly identical starters. So with the addition of 1 broccoli. So I won't review this one. It's pretty healthy. Vegan again, and there's a vegetable oil spread. I'll probably be skipping out on that. Bon appetit. Did you finish yours?
Not yet.
You did? It's gone.
Almost.
What was it?
Baby beets, pine nuts, microgreens. Delicious.
Get you some roll and garlic bread over here.
The roll.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thank you.
Olive oil?
No, thank you.
So it's very similar to what I had earlier. In addition to a couple of new vegetables, we got artichokes, we got spinach, I think, and mushrooms. This one's more of a tomato paste base sauce. The other one was more like garlicky, and you can definitely taste the tomato come through. As we're flying over Mount Fuji, we can see it. And just as I said, these middle seats worked out just fine for us because the entire flight, the blinds were down everywhere. It was a dark hour. I just got done saying, it's okay to sit in the middle because we get to sit together. And right as I said that, the captain announced that we can see Mount Fuji and it's a clear day. Up until this point, it was just very thick fog and clouds all the way up to Japan. Well, let me try can I try the tart?
This one?
Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. For dessert, I got some sort of a salted caramel tart. I don't think this is vegan, but like I said, I'm on vacation, so it's very gelatinous. I hope it doesn't have gelatin in it, but here goes nothing. This is definitely not my favorite. You will love this. It's very caramely, burnt caramely in that. It's just very, very sweet, very, very caramely. But I very much changed my mind later. Let's hear the caramel aficionado's review of this cake. If only you had coffee to go with it.
Right. Delicious. Some dark chocolate mixed to it. Some Malbec.
That chocolate actually makes it pop a lot more. I take it back. I didn't like the first bite, but like with the chocolate, it was all right.
You were right.
Huh?
It's right up my alley.
Yeah. I take it back on like second bite. The mixed with chocolate, it really makes the caramel pop. So I am taking back my initial review of you and giving it an actually pretty pleasant review. This isn't something I'd go for normally. I don't like caramel, but chocolate and caramel like this, it's like this burnt salted caramel taste. When you added chocolate, then that salt just kind of like popped. Good to go. We got more tea or coffee or snacks, and it was time to lie flat again. Unfortunately, I never fell asleep despite my best efforts and that of the soothing teas. But this was a daytime flight. In hindsight, I'm excited that I got to experience it all. In 17 hours, I only watched one movie. One movie. The rest of the time flew by. Naturally, just as I was ready for sleep, the plane started descending, but unlike the tea, the latte I finally got to order did its job. And just like that, fresh as a flower, I was ready to do business in Singapore. We just arrived in Singapore. Boy, we just flew business class on Singapore Airlines, and that was one way to travel. How the other half lives. In 17 hours, I watched one movie, and I don't know where the time went. If this flight was any shorter, I would have been very sad. So, well recommended. And hope to see Singapore Air again in near future.